The Man Who Danced Death Away. The Legend of Cheoyong, Silla Dynasty, Korea. Chapter 1. Born from the Sea. It was said that not all men came from the earth. Some were given by the sea. In the reign of King Hyeongang, the 49th monarch of Silla, a kingdom so prosperous that smoke rose from every rooftop, and music never stopped from dawn to dusk. The king stood upon the shore of the eastern sea and witnessed something impossible. The sea darkened. Fog rolled in like a wall, swallowing the king's escort whole. Then from the mist, a voice, deep as the ocean floor. The Dragon King of the Eastern Sea wished to speak with the King of Men. When the mist parted, 7 sons stood upon the sand, and one of them, the oldest, with eyes like tide pools and a smile like a breaking wave, stepped forward and bowed. My name is Cheoyong. My father sends me to dwell among men, to learn your ways and to serve your king. King Hyeongang looked at this creature, half divine, half mortal, and felt no fear, only wonder. He gave Cheoyong a wife. He gave him a title. He gave him a place in the court of men. And so the Son of the Sea entered the world of the living. Chapter 2. A Life of Songs and Wine. For a time, Cheoyong was the happiest man in Gyeongju. His wife was said to be the most beautiful woman in the capital. Not the modest beauty of court ladies. Hers was the kind that stopped men mid-sentence, that made horses look up from their grazing. When she walked through the market, vendors forgot their prices. And Cheoyong, this son of the deep, loved her with the whole of his strange, oceanic heart. He served the king. He attended banquets. He learned to drink the strong grain wine that made mortal men stumble, though it only made him dance. The music grows louder, then suddenly stops. His dances were unlike anything the court had seen. He moved as water moves, not toward anything, but around everything. His body was a question the music kept answering. They say even the mountain spirits came to watch. But every bright thing casts a shadow. And in the shadows of that prosperous city, something else had been watching Cheoyong's wife. Something ancient, something hungry. Chapter 3. The Demon's Desire. In the old world, sickness was not merely illness. It was visitation. The Yuksin, the plague demon, was not born from wickedness. It was born from neglect, from prayers unsaid, from households that stopped leaving offerings at the gate. It moved through cities like fever moves through a body, invisibly, purposefully, hungrily. It had taken kings. It had emptied villages. Once it was said, it darkened a harvest moon red. But for all its power, the Yuksin was not above desire. It had seen Cheoyong's wife from across the city. It had watched her from the eaves of temples, from the spaces between lantern light and shadow. Night after night, while Cheoyong served the king and drank and danced, the demon stood in the street before their house, waiting. And then, one night, Cheoyong was late coming home. The demon did not wait any longer. Chapter 4. The Open Door. Cheoyong came home after midnight. The moon was high. The city asleep. He was warm from wine, still humming the melody of the last song. Played at court that evening. He pushed open the gate, crossed the courtyard, slid back the paper door of their bedroom, and stopped. In the bed, 2 figures beneath the blanket. The curve of his wife's shoulder, and beside her, a shape that was wrong. Too still, too large, giving off heat the way a forge gives off heat, not a body. Cheoyong stood in the doorway for a long moment. He looked. He understood. He let out a long, slow breath. And then, in a low voice, so as not to wake the city, he began to sing, having played in the moonlit capital until deep in the night. I return home and see 4 legs in my bed. A pause. His voice did not break, did not rage, did not beg. 2 were mine. The other 2, whose are they? The paper walls trembled just slightly. as if the house itself were holding its breath. Chapter 5. The Dance. He danced. Not in rage, not in grief. He danced the way he always danced, with the body of a man who had once lived beneath the ocean, who knew that most things pass, if you move with them rather than against them. His sleeves were long. They swept the floor, then rose like sea foam. His feet found the earth and left it, again and again. And as he danced, the room changed. The demon, the plague god, who had collapsed harvests, who had made kings weep, sat up slowly in the bed. Its eyes were the color of old blood. Its shape shifted like smoke. It had expected screaming. It had expected tears, or a sword, or a man on his knees. It had not expected this. The demon rose, and in a voice like a fever breaking, low, trembling, almost afraid it spoke. I have coveted your wife. I have violated your home. And you sing. You dance. I am ashamed. It stepped out of the house into the cold night air. From this day forward, I swear, if I see even the image of your face painted upon a gate, I will not enter. I will pass by. The demon knelt in the dirt of the road and dissolved into the dark. Chapter 6. The Face on Every Door. By sunrise, the story had traveled 3 streets. By the second sunrise, it had reached every house in Gyeongju. And what people took from it was not the demon's violation, nor the wife's shame, nor the king's power. What they remembered was the dance. A man who came home to find the worst and met it with song. Painters came. They painted Cheoyong's face on wooden boards. That wide, dark, sea-born face with the red cheeks, and the expression somewhere between laughing and grieving. They hung those faces on gates, not as talisman, not as magic exactly, but as a reminder that there is a kind of courage that does not fight, that meets calamity with openness, that disarms darkness not with force, but with something the darkness cannot understand. Grace. The plague demons passed those gates and kept walking. Chapter 7. What the sea left behind. No one knows when Cheoyong left. The records say only that he came and served and danced. That after that night, he became something more than a man. He became a practice, a mask, a song still performed at the royal court. 700 years later, the Cheoyong move, the dance of Cheoyong, was danced at the New Year to drive out demons. 5 figures in 5 colors, representing the 5 directions: east, west, south, north, and center. Chaos held in rhythm, fear dissolved by movement. But why does this story last? Perhaps because every person knows what it is to come home to something unexpected. Perhaps because we all face our demons, literal or otherwise. And we all must choose. Do we pick up the sword, or do we pick up the song? Cheoyong's answer was not forgiveness exactly. The old texts do not say he forgave anyone. They say only that he sang, and that the singing was enough. The demon fled not from his power, but from his peace. He was the son of the sea. He danced death away. And somewhere, even now, if you hang his face upon your gate and meet the night with a song rather than a scream, they say he dances still. Source: Samguk Yusa, Samguk Yusa. Recorded by monk Ilyeon, circa 1281.